Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M7 Priest. It's a tier 3 American tank, SPG, not tank destroyer, what am I about to say? It's an American SPG. It's located on the south spawn of mines under the command of Deathnub. Battle is about to get underway. As you can see, this vehicle is came from the M3 hull. Originally, at the start of the war, the Americans were using what they called a T-19 howitzer motor carriage, which was actually a half-track with a 105mm howitzer mounted inside it. It wasn't very effective because, of course, it got bogged down in rough ground. And so the Americans knew that they needed to design a vehicle, an SPG, that was capable of traversing any rough ground at all. And that's how they came up with the M7 Priest. Oh! Fabulous first shot right into the turret of that BT7 Arty and took him out the game. Okay, he's got another target here is the Panzer V2, which is of course the German modified version of the Car B1. Much more difficult to damage this one. It's a 105mm round doing 410 alpha, and it will penetrate 27mm of armour with standard HE, which is all it fires. And it's got a burst radius of 1.91 meters. Rounds out. Looks good. Okay, that was just in front of the Panzer, but the way he's weaving at the moment to try and throw off the enemy shells, of course that weaving actually changes the angle at which the shells are coming in, and that's why he's hoping to dodge some of those shells as a result. Okay, he's had to stop in the water there. I mean, he makes himself a decent target, but by the time you fire, he's moved. Okay, this position is not so great from here because obviously he's trying to aim at the enemy and he's got a house in front of him which is blocking his view, yeah, and that hill. So you need to find a new firing position. In fact, he's decided to just change the target he's aiming at. He's going after a Matilda who's up at the centre line of the hill. Dialing in. It's got a long dial in, this one. Rounds out. Oh, that one went well off to the right. RNG was not kind on that one. Technically, the enemy has control of the hill at the moment, which makes it difficult for him to stay in the open. So he's decided to move over on one side. And they've actually decided to come down the hill as well. That Panzer V2 is trying to come past the centre line. In fact, he has come past the centre line. But he just got wiped out by a Hetzer using the dirt gun, I should think. Panzer III takes the hit in the turret, 150 hit points. Actually, it wasn't the turret, it was the front plate, the lower front plate. Okay, we're going for the Striv M40L. It's fairly weak armour on that thing. It's fairly weak armour on the M7 Priest as well. It's only 12mm on the superstructure, even though it has a 102mm on the lower plate. And he just hit the Striv, who'd actually moved forward. And he hit him on there and got a blind hit because there was no explosion from that shell. Can't get the Matilda at the moment. We can't see the Striv. We know generally where the enemy Arty was. In fact, he's slightly to the right. You're aiming for the wrong bush. He's not in that bush. Well, we didn't see an explosion there because he pulled back too quickly. So we didn't get to see if there was an enemy in there. You get 170, what is it, 170? It's 120 rounds in the ammo on this Arty in the game, but in actual fact it only carries 69 in reality. Well, that's all they had spare for it, but if you imagine 69 rounds, that's quite a lot. And the rounds were stored in cardboard tubes around the vehicle, and that's quite a lot of ammo. Oh, beautiful shot, and that's a penetrating shot on the T28 there. And our teammate in the P2640 took him down immediately afterwards. He's changing position because he doesn't want the enemy Arty to get a shot at him. The enemy has got a Sexton 1, the premium Arty, the tier 3 premium Arty. That's why he doesn't want to get hit by him. Now the British actually ordered thousands of M7 priests, and some of them did actually see service in the Western Desert. And that looks like that was a non-penetrating shot on the UE-57, but because it's an open vehicle, he took a big hit there. Yeah, apparently the M7 priests were in service at El Alamein, but because the British used the 25-pounder artillery shell and the Americans used a 105mm shell, the British had to change to a vehicle which had a 25-pounder mounted, and that was the Sexton. That's why they eventually cancelled the order for the M7 priests. In fact, it got its name, the Priest, because the previous vehicles in the series of SPGs of the British Army were a Deacon and then the Bishop, which is actually the tier 5. Oh, lovely shot there, takes out the Panzer V2. Yeah, so it was the Deacon, then the Bishop, and then came the Priest, and it got the name the Priest because, of course, it has a kind of pulpit where the machine gun is mounted, and that's on the right front of the vehicle, and they thought that looked like the pulpit in a church. Okay, so we're expecting an enemy BT-7 Art to come up that corner. I actually saw the tracer from the enemy Arty a while back, and he was right. It was actually the bush where he aimed. The enemy Arty was in there. I thought he was slightly over to the right in the familiar position. And that BT-7 Art is very low on health, so if he comes this way, he could get a nasty reception. Yep, he got him. Nice. Yes, the P2640 flushed him out, and Deathnub bagged him. Nice bit of hunting. Okay, well, they platooned because all three players have got 3 kills apiece. So they're in for brothers in arms if they can all survive the battle. And there's only one enemy left, it's that Sexton 1, but the trouble is if one of them dies, then all of them lose the brothers in arms. But they certainly will have had a nice total if they do get it. The Striv Viz 39 just took a big hit from the Sexton. Looks like he just got shotgunned, and he's actually changed position, the Sexton. There he is. Dialing in as fast as we can. The Striv has just... Strodny Viz 39 did get some shots in, and we fire around it. Oh, he did get the kill. So the Strodny Viz 39 did get the kill, and that means they've all earned a brothers in arms, and between them they earned 10 kills. Here's the end of battle result, and that was an ace tanker game for Deathnub in the M7 Priest. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 11 in this one. And he also got a brothers in arms because he had 3 kills, and he was in platoon with 2 other tanks, and they all had 3 kills. Well, at least 3 kills each. In fact, one of them had 4. And that's very nice for a tier 3 game. I think it was a tier 4 game actually, but yes, it was tier 4 game. But very good for a tier 4 game to get brothers in arms, because normally most people are just too interested in staying alive and getting as much damage as they can. Let's have a look at team score and see where he was. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That went to the FCM 36 Pack 40, who got 1,507 hit points of damage, but he didn't survive. The second highest damage in the game goes to the Sexton 1 on the enemy team. Yes, he was quite good. 1,167 hit points to him. And the third highest damage in the game actually went to the Matilda on the enemy team, who got 1,141. And then we've got Deathnub with 1,104. So he wasn't far behind the third highest in damage, and he did put up a good show. Much more damage than some of the rest of the players on his own team. 2 of them didn't actually score anything at all. Same on the enemy team. When it came to kills, it was the Strodny Viz 39 who did the best with 4 kills in that game. 3 kills went to the P2640, who's also helping flush those enemy out. And Deathnub managed to get 3 as well. They were the high scorers in the game. When it came to base XP, it was the Pack 40. He got 976 base. 638 went to the Strodny Viz 39. 584 went to the P2640. And then we've got that Hetzer 512, and then we've got Deathnub with 466. But he beat all the members of the enemy team. He certainly got more than them. 13 rounds fired of 105mm ammunition. He got 5 direct hits on the enemy and 2 penetrations. Yes, he did get 2 pens. I'll be very interested to know which ones they are, but I'm not sure that what replays actually allows you. Oh, it does. It shows it was the T28 that he penned, and that big hit right at the base of the hill. And the other one was the BT7R right at the start of the game when he was sitting in the entrance to the hill. He just killed our teammate, and Deathnub finished him off with a lovely shot right to the turret. Went straight through the armour. So he did get 2 pens. 6 splash as well, with 1,104 hit points of damage. All of it was done at more than 300 metres. Even the shot on that BT7 Art, where the P26 40 plushed him out. 6 enemy vehicles were damaged, 3 were killed. And he earned 11,573 credits for the game, 6,076 from personal missions payout. And after ammunition resupply, took away 21,278 credits profit. He also earned 466 XP, and there's something missing here because he actually took away 699, but what replays doesn't always include all the information. That's why we prefer using Salty Jedi website, because at least that way you get all the information you need about the game, including the win 8 score for the battle. But that was a really great game by the M7 Priest. Well done, Deathnub. Nice ace tanker. Not sure if that was your first one, but it was certainly very good in terms of seeing 3 tanks at the end, all platoon together and win the game. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.